Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about inference from Kc value. That means, depends on Kc value, it decides the reaction either it is forward or backward. Depends on Kc value, it decides either the reaction is forward or backward. Okay. So very important topic regarding chemical equilibrium. So you know very well about Kc already. So what is meant by Kc? It's a equilibrium constant in a reversible reaction. Am I right? Let us consider reaction A moles of A and B moles of B is reversible, C moles of C and D of D. It is a reversible reaction where the equilibrium constant is Kc. Am I right? So now what is the expression for Kc here? Kc is equals to molar concentration of products, molar concentration of D to the power D, molar concentration of reactants, that is molar concentration of A to the power A, molar concentration of B to the power B. To the power B. So this is the expression for the equilibrium constant for a given chemical equilibrium reaction. So where it is called as equilibrium constant or overall rate constant for the reaction. Okay. So now here we have three cases. In the case 1, if Kc value is high, that is Kc is greater than 1000, Kc value is high, that means suppose greater than 1000, at equilibrium, then the reaction is favor to forward direction. Forward direction. So if Kc value is more, that is more than 1000, then the equilibrium is favor to proceed forward direction. That means A to B. So forward reaction takes place. When it is possible, when the value of Kc is more than 1000, in this case the reaction favors to the forward direction. Remember this. So why it is forward? So if you observe here, so where Kc is equals to molar concentration of products by molar concentration of reactants, from this one Kc is equals to molar concentration of products and stoichiometric coefficients as powers, molar concentration of reactants stoichiometric coefficients of reactants as powers. So from this one, Kc is equals molar concentration of products, molar concentration of reactants, and stoichiometric coefficients, where SC means stoichiometric coefficients. Okay. So from this one, what we conclude here, Kc, equilibrium constant Kc is directly proportional to molar concentration of pressure or not, molar concentration of product or not. Equilibrium constant Kc is directly proportional to molar concentration of products from this one. That means if molar concentration of product is increases, then what happened? Equilibrium constant Kc is also increases. Am I right? So directly proportional relation we have. So come to here, Kc values is high. Kc value is high here. Then what happened? Product concentration is high or not? So let reactants and products, this is the equilibrium reaction, reactants and products. So where equilibrium constant is Kc, where Kc is directly proportional to molar concentration of product, from this expression, that means Kc is high, what happened? Molar concentration of product is also increases. So now what is the equilibrium constant expression? Kc is equals molar concentration of product, molar concentration of reactants. Am I right? So from this one, Kc is directly proportional to molar concentration of product. So Kc value is very high in the case 1. That means product concentration is very high. That means reactants concentration is low, very low. Am I right? Kc concentration is high, then automatically product concentration is high. Why? Kc is directly proportional to molar concentration of product. Am I right? So when product concentration is increases, reactants concentration is decreases. Am I right? So where Kc value is high, then what happened? Product concentration is high. Product concentration increasing in the concentration of products, that means decreasing in the concentration of reactants, and increasing in the concentration of products. So where Kc is high, that means product concentration is increases. So product concentration increases means reactants concentration is decreases. So here the concentration of reactants converted to products. That means the direction is forward direction. That means reactants to products. So once again, in the case of high value of Kc, the concentration of product is increases gradually. That means concentration of reactants is decreases, automatically concentration of product is also increases. Am I right? So that means reaction proceeds in forward direction clearly. So molar concentration of product is high, molar concentration of reactants is decreases. That means concentration of reactants is decreased. Automatically what happened? Concentration of products increases. Concentration of product increases. So that means when product concentration increases, Kc value increases, so the reaction proceed in forward direction. Simply, if Kc value is high, that means more than 1000 at equilibrium, then the equilibrium reaction favors to forward which direction? Is it reversible or forward? Clearly in the forward direction. Why? Because here reactance concentration is decreases and product concentration is high. When product concentration is high, what happened? Kc value is high. So in the case of high value of Kc, the reaction is forward direction. Forward direction. Clearly. So product concentration increases. When it is increases, reactance concentration shifted to product side. Okay, that means decreasing in the concentration, increasing in the concentration of products. That means the reaction takes place in the forward direction. So when Kc value is high, the reaction proceeds in the forward direction. In the case 2, at low Kc value, that means Kc is less than 10 power minus 3. That is equals 0.001 or 1 by 1000. Here KCl is very very less. So in this case, equilibrium reaction proceeds in backward direction. That is reverse reaction. Okay. So at low Kc value, what happened? The reaction is favor to reversible, or it is backward reaction. So when Kc value is high, it is forward. When Kc value is low, that is backward reaction. Simply, so now this is the reactant is reversible products. So what is the expression, Kc expression here? Kc is equals molar concentration of products, molar concentration of reactants. Am I right? So Kc is directly proportional to molar concentration of products. Am I right? That means Kc is increases. What happened? Molar concentration of product is also increases. So what happened? Reaction is forward. Am I right? So come to here. Kc value is low. Kc value is very low. Then what happened? Molar concentration of product is decreases. Am I right? So molar concentration of product decreases means molar concentration of reactants increases or not? So while decreasing in the concentration of products, that means increasing in the concentration of reactants. That means the concentration of product becomes very very low. That means increasing in the concentration of reactants automatically. So here what happened? In this case, the reaction is backward. Backward reaction takes place. Okay. So at low Kc value, what happened? The reaction favors to move in the backward direction clearly. Okay, understood now? So these are the products. This is the Kc. What happened here? Product concentration. This is at low Kc value. This phenomena is at high Kc value. At high Kc value, this has happened. Reaction is forward. At low Kc value, reaction is backward in the direction. Okay. So why it is happened? So here Kc value is low. Am I right? That means molar concentration of product is decreasing. So product concentration decrease means what happened? It's converted as reactant or not. That means reactant's concentration is high. That means reaction proceed in which direction? In the reversible direction. So reverse reaction takes place at low Kc value. Okay. And the third case, in the third case here we have so Kc value in between 10 cube and 10 power minus 3. In between these two values, then the reaction neither dominated. That means it is a moderate reaction. That means it is going to be at equilibrium, and there is no favor to forward. That means there is no mostly favor to backward reaction. It is a moderate reaction. Okay. So in between these two values, the Kc value is here. In between these two values, then the reaction is moderate reaction. The reaction is moderate. That means the reaction is going to be attained at equilibrium condition. That means rate of forward reaction equals rate of backward reaction. Okay, is it clear? So at high Kc value the reaction is favor to forward direction. At low Kc value the reaction is moves towards backward direction. In between these two values the reaction is at moderate condition. Okay. Simply at high Kc reaction is forward. At low Kc reaction is reversible or backward. At in between 10 cube and 10 power minus 3 what happened? The reaction is moderate reaction. Is it clear? So this is the concept of inference from Kc value. Okay, where Kc is equilibrium constant for a reversible reaction, and it is also called as overall rate constant for a reversible reaction, that is for forward and backward. We already discussed about this one. Okay. So here the next very important concept in chemical equilibrium, that is reaction quotient, simply denoted as Q. Okay, reaction quotient. So what is mean by reaction quotient here? So let us take the expression H2 plus N2 is reversible NH3. You know very well, it is the Haber process. Twice of ammonia, thrice of H2, one of N2, where the equilibrium constant is taken as Kc. Now what is the equilibrium constant expression for this reaction? Kc is equals molar concentration of NH3 power 2 molar concentration of H2 to the power 3 molar concentration of N2 to the power 1. This is the equilibrium constant expression for the given reversible reaction. Now I would like to write Q as molar concentration of products to the power 2 molar concentration of H2 to the power 3 molar concentration of N2 to the power 1. Is there any difference in the given two expression here? Kc is equals to this expression, Q also in the same expression, am I right? Same expression. Here Kc and Q have in the same expression am I right? But where the difference? Where Kc, the expression or the equilibrium constant Kc exactly at equilibrium condition, exactly at equilibrium only. At equilibrium what happened? Delta G is equals to 0, am I right? Where delta G means change in Gibbs free energy. At equilibrium what happened? Delta G, that is change in Gibbs free energy, taken as 0, and Gibbs free energy G is need to minimum, okay. Then the reaction is at high stable condition simply. So in the case of equilibrium, the expression is like this, am I right? So in this case, we already discussed regarding this. Change in Gibbs energy, that means forward backward energy same. So change in Gibbs energy taken as 0. In this case, Gibbs free energy is minimum. So the system becomes stable. That condition is called as equilibrium condition. At equilibrium, the equilibrium constant expression is taken as like this. That is represented as Kc, where Kc is the equilibrium constant at equilibrium only. So now this is also the same expression, but here instead of Kc, I prefer to take Q. Why? So what is the meaning of Q? Okay. So let's see a simple example regarding to understand this. Now this is point A, this is point B, am I right? This is the point A, this is point B. So now at this point we have reactants. R means reactants, and this one is called as products. Okay. Now the reaction starts at this point and the reaction end at this point, suppose. Now this is the reversible reaction. Reversible, that means forward and backward takes place. Now this is the point and it is named as equilibrium point. Equilibrium point or equilibrium position. At equilibrium point or equilibrium position, what are the conditions? You know very well. The first condition is it is reversible clearly, and where delta G is equals 0, where G is minimum to get the stability, and the most important thing is rate of forward reaction equals rate of backward reaction, am I right? At equilibrium, and where equilibrium constant is taken as Kc, that is molar concentration of product to the molar concentration of reactants, am I right? This expression is exactly at equilibrium. So now the expression is Kc at only equilibrium. Then the expression is like this. So now these are the reactants. The reaction proceed in the forward direction. Suppose in the forward direction. Now the concentration of reactants at time t is equals 0 seconds. The reaction is going to be start at the time taken t is equals 0 seconds. Suppose at 0 second, that is initially the concentration of reactants is very high. That means there is no reaction. Just we have the reactants in a test tube. There is no reaction. So initially the concentration of reactants is very high. So when the time takes 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, then what happened? The concentration of reactants decreases gradually and it becomes as product concentration, am I right? So now at time t is equals 1 second, suppose at 1 second the reactants concentration is at this point. Suppose what happened here? The reactants concentration is decreases and product concentration also increases, am I right? At this particular time, at particular point, what happened? Slowly reactants concentration is decreases, automatically what happened? Product concentration is increases at this point. Okay, so at this point is also same, at this point is also same. Reactants concentration decreases, product concentration increases. So at this point what happened? At this point reactants concentration and product concentration is constant, no change, not equal, no change, remember it, constant at this point. That point is called as equilibrium constant. So after this point the reaction, suppose here also what happened? Reactants concentration decreases, product concentration increases again. So at this point is also same. At this point B, what happened? So maximum product concentration we get and maximum decrease in the reactants concentration, am I right? Almost maximum reactant converted as product at point B, am I right? So now at this point or at this point or at this point or this point, the expression is taken as Q. Either this point or this point or this point or this point, this point. Whatever the points except equilibrium point, the expression is taken as like this. At the time Kc become Q. Not except at Kc point or equilibrium point. Wherever the remaining points, then the expression is taken as Q. Okay, so now this is called this is at equilibrium. We call it is simply at any instant, not at equilibrium, not at equilibrium condition, at any instant except this point, if the expression of the reversible reaction is taken as Q. Okay, so that is called reaction quotient, where this expression is clearly at equilibrium only. So except that equilibrium point, we should need to take the expression as like this. That expression is called as here reaction quotient. Reaction quotient. At any instant of time during the reaction, if we consider the expression, that expression is taken as Q. So suppose at equilibrium, then what is the expression? That is Kc. At any instant, at any time except equilibrium, then the expression is taken as Q. Okay. So at equilibrium, this is the important. At equilibrium, what happened? Exactly at equilibrium, Q becomes Kc. Q become Kc. Q become Kc. So once again, at this point the equilibrium, at this point the expression is taken as Q. At this point, that is at equilibrium point, the expression is like this. At any instant except equilibrium, that expression is taken as Q. At exactly at equilibrium, what happened? Q becomes Kc. Q becomes Kc. Otherwise, Q does not equals to Kc. Remember it. Okay. That is called reaction quotient. Very, very important. Simply, what is meant by Kc here? It is the expression at equilibrium point. Am I right? At equilibrium point only. That means delta G is equals 0. G is minimum. Okay. And at high stable, okay, where rate of forward reaction equals rate of backward reaction, okay, and the expression is taken as Kc is equals to molar concentration of products to the molar concentration of reactants. Am I right? So now what about Q, where Q is also the same expression, molar concentration of product to the molar concentration of reactants. This expression is not at equilibrium, okay, at any stage except equilibrium point, then the expression is called as reaction quotient. Q. So at equilibrium, what happened? At equilibrium, exactly at equilibrium, Q becomes Kc. Otherwise, at any instant, Q not equals to Kc. Is it clear, ma, all of you? Only at equilibrium, Q becomes Kc. That means this is the point B, reactants, and this is products. This is exactly at equilibrium. So at this point, suppose this is the Q, this is the Kc. So what happened? Both are Q is equals Kc. Okay, is it clear? So reaction quotient means it is the equilibrium expression. It is the expression at any instant of time except equilibrium. Except equilibrium. But in the case of Q is equals to Kc, both are at same condition. Both are at same condition. So what is meant by reaction quotient here? The equilibrium expression at any instant time is taken as Q. Exactly at equilibrium, what happened? That is expressed as Kc. But Kc and Q have same expression, you know. So is it clear? So the next important topic here, that is equilibrium constant Kp. Equilibrium constant Kp. We already discussed about Kc. Okay. Now that is equilibrium constant. It is also equilibrium constant Kp. So what is the difference between two? The difference between Kc and Kp. So let's consider the expression A moles of A, B moles of B is reverse C of C, D of D. So now for this, what is equilibrium constant expression Kc? Molar concentration of C to the power C into molar concentration of D to the power D. Am I right? Molar concentration of A to the power A, molar concentration of B to the power B. B to the power B. Where C, D, A, B are the coefficients, you know, stoichiometric coefficients. So this is Kc. It is also called as equilibrium constant Kc. Okay. So now what is the expression for Kp here? Kp is equals, these are the exactly square bracket. This means molar concentration or active mass. We already discussed. Active mass of C, active mass of D, or molar concentration of C, or molar concentration of D. So where C means concentration, remember it. Where P means partial pressure. Suppose this is the gaseous equation, this is the gas, it is a gaseous chemical equilibrium, that means all the reactants and products are in the gaseous phase clearly. So that means where concentration can also write as partial pressure, gas is having pressure or not? So concentration shifted to pressure. So this expression is also correct for this one. And also this is the gaseous equation, so we can convert these concentration terms as pressure. Gas is having pressure or not? Clearly. Okay. So now what is the expression? Now I would like to change the square bracket as round bracket. Remember this. Here I changed the shape of the bracket, that is round bracket here simply. P, that means partial pressure of C. What is C here? Product. What is the power? C. And partial pressure of D, power D. Partial pressure of A, power A. Partial pressure of B to the power B. Same expression for Kc and Kp, but where the difference? Here it is the concentration terms, where it is in the presence of partial pressure, pressure of C, partial pressure of C, partial pressure of D, partial pressure of A, partial pressure of B, where molar concentration of C, molar concentration of D. So this expression in terms of concentration, this expression is in terms of partial pressure. Okay, so this is called equilibrium constant, this is also called as equilibrium constant. This is the equilibrium constant at in terms of molar concentration. This is the equilibrium constant Kp in terms of partial pressure. So that is the difference. Okay, this is the concentration in square bracket. This is in round bracket, that is represents the partial pressure of the components. These are the reactants and product. So expression is same, but just change the shape of the brackets. Okay, where it is in the concentration terms, where it is in pressure terms. Okay, so just note it. So Kc is equilibrium constant in terms of concentrations of reactants and products. Am I right? Is it clear? Where Kc is equilibrium constant in terms of molar concentration or concentration of reactants and products. This is the expression. So what about Kp? Kp is also equilibrium constant. It is expressed in terms of partial pressure of reactants and pressure. Concentration of reactants and pressure, where it is partial pressure of reactants and pressure. Reactants and products. Okay? Is it clear, ma? So where Kc is equilibrium constant in terms of molar concentration of products and reactants, where Kp is also equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressure of C, partial pressure of D. So that means concentration pressure is related or not? Related. So how it is? So you know very well, ideal gas equation, according to ideal gas equation, PV is equals nRT. This is called ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation. So from this one, here we discussed about partial pressure, where P is partial pressure of the gas. P is equals nRT by V. Am I right? Where V is volume of the gas, N is number of moles of the gas, and P is partial pressure of the gas, where R is a constant. It is named as universal gas constant. We already discussed it in states of matter. You know. So where T is temperature, that is absolute temperature. Okay. So where these two are constants. So where N is moles, where V is volume of the gas, where P means partial pressure of the gas, partial pressure of the gas. Is it clear? So from this expression, P is equals N by V into RT. So from this one, P is equals C into RT. C into RT. Since C is equals N by V. N by V. Where C means concentration. Concentration can be defined as number of moles per unit volume. Number of moles per unit volume. Suppose V is equals to 1, what happened? C is equals to N. Where C is called as concentration, that can be defined as number of moles per unit volume. Number of moles per unit volume. Is it clear, ma'am? So now N by V is equals to C, where C is concentration. Concentration of the reactants or concentration of the products. Okay. So that is represented as C here. So where C is molar concentration. C is molar concentration of the reactants and products. Okay. Where P is partial pressure. R is the gas constant, which is a constant value. T is also a constant, where T means temperature. Okay. That is absolute temperature and represents in Kelvin. Okay. Is it clear, all of you? So where partial pressure of the gas is equals concentration of that gas into R into T. Very, very important equation. So from this, what we conclude finally? So P is directly proportional to C. That means partial pressure of the gas is related to concentration terms or not? Yes, 100%. Okay, is it clear for all of you? Once again, so this is the equilibrium expression, this is the Kc. That means where C means concentration terms, concentration term, where P means partial pressure, okay, simply equilibrium constant in terms of concentration terms, equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressure of the gases. Okay, is it clear? So let us take the example. H2 plus N2 is reversible, twice of ammonia, thrice of H2, 1 of N2. Okay. So for this one, what is Kc? Molar concentration of NH3 to the power 2, molar concentration of H2 power 3, molar concentration of N2 power 1. This is the simple expression for the equilibrium constant in terms of molar concentration. Am I right? So come to the same expression in Kp, that is in terms of partial pressure, the equilibrium constant is taken as how? So simply change the bracket, shape of the bracket, that is the round bracket, partial pressure of ammonia, this is the concentration of ammonia, NH3, in the square bracket. Now I would like to change this bracket as round, that means partial pressure of ammonia taken as partial pressure of ammonia, PNH3, okay, what is the power? 2. So here partial pressure of hydrogen PH2 to the power 3, what about here? Partial pressure of N2 to the power 1. This is the expression for the equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressure. Is it clear? Everyone? So for this one, another example, PCl5 is reversible. This is the gas. This one is gas. This is one is also gaseous equation. PCl3 plus Cl2. So both are gases. So write the expression for it, Kp directly. So where Kp is equals molar concentration, not molar concentration, partial pressure. Partial pressure of PCl3, what is the power 1 here? Partial pressure of Cl2 to the power 1, partial pressure of PCl5 power 1. This is the Kp expression for the given reversible gaseous equation. Is it clear how to write Kp expression Kc? Okay. So this is the concentration term, this is the partial pressure term. Okay. Suppose the next topic is units per pressure or partial pressure. So generally atmosphere, ATM, not money ATM, it is the unit. Okay, ATM, atmosphere. Okay, so the unit per pressure simply taken as here atmosphere. Okay, so now what are the units for the expression Kp? Okay, for Kc we already discussed it. For Kc it is mole per liter whole power delta n, where delta n is equals to number of moles of gaseous products minus number of moles of gaseous reactants. Is it clear? This is the unit for Kc. Now what about the units for Kp? Okay. For pressure, what is the unit? ATM, atmosphere. So let consider the equation A of A, B of B is reversible, C of C, D of D. This is the equilibrium expression. So now this one is taken as gas. That means gas is chemical equilibrium where the equilibrium constant is Kp. So what is the expression? Kp is equals to partial pressure of C to the power C, partial pressure of D to the power D, partial pressure of A to the power A, partial pressure of B power B. Am I right? Is it clear? The Kp expression for the given equilibrium equation. This is Kp. Okay. So now tell me, Kp is equals, is it pressure or not? Pc is the pressure. What is the unit per pressure? atm. Keep it in the bracket. So atm to the power C. For this one also unit atm to the power D. This is also atm power A, atm power B. It is the pressure, you know. What is the unit? atm. So keep in the bracket to the power C. So from this one atm whole power C plus D, a power m into a power m plus n. Regarding mathematical expression, here bases are equal, power should be added. By what about this one? Bases are equal, power should be added. atm a plus b. So from this one a power m by a power n, a power m minus n. So that is equals atm C plus D minus A plus B. A plus B. So Kp is equals to A plus ATM to the power C plus D minus A plus B. What about C, D, A, B? These are the stoichiometric coefficients of reactants and product. These are the stoichiometric coefficients of products. These are the stoichiometric coefficients of reactants. Am I right clearly? That means number of moles of C, number of moles of D, number of moles of A, number of moles of B. Okay. So now it is the difference in number of moles of product to the number of moles of reactants. Am I right? Is it clear, ma? So now this one is taken as atm whole power delta n. So what is delta n? Number of moles of, finally Kp is equals to atm whole power delta n. This is the unit for Kp. What is the unit for Kp? atm whole power delta n. So what is delta n here? Number of moles of gaseous products minus number of moles of gaseous reactants. Okay. For example, H2 N2 is reversible to NH3. So for this one, Kp is the equilibrium constant at partial pressure. Now what are the units for this one? Kp. Kp is equals, what is the formula? atm whole power delta n. So what is the value of delta n for this expression? Where delta n is equals number of moles of products. How many moles we have? 2. Minus number of moles of reactant side. 3 plus 1. 4. Finally we get minus 2. Now what is the unit? Kp is equals atm. What is the value of delta n here? Minus 2. Is it clear? So keep that value in the power. Now this is the unit for this expression. Okay, is it clear? Write Kp expression units for the given reaction. So the given reaction is SO2 plus O2 is reversible SO3. So here equilibrium constant Kp. So Kp is equals to what, ma? Partial pressure of SO3 whole power 2 by partial pressure of SO2 to the power 2 partial pressure of O2 to the power 1. This is the Kp expression. Now what is the unit for Kp? You know already Kp is atmosphere whole power delta n. Am I right? So what is the value of delta n? Delta n is equals number of moles of products minus number of moles of reactant side. 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1. How much it is? 3. 2 minus 3. So how it is now? Minus 1. Okay. So delta n we get here minus 1. Now what is the unit? Kp is equals atmosphere whole power minus 1. So that is equals to 1 by atmosphere. Okay, both are correct. Okay, so for this reaction, can anybody? H2 plus Cl2 is reversible to HCl. What are the units? Kp is equals atmosphere whole power delta n, where delta n is equals to how much? Number of moles of product, number of moles of gaseous reactants, where 1 plus 1 2, that is equals 0. Delta n is equals 0. So now what is the unit? Kp is equals atmosphere, keep 0 here, anything power 0 becomes 1. That means the unit is, we call it is unity. 1 means unity. So simply we call it is unitless, not 0. Remember it, not 0. Anything power 0, 1. So that means unity. Now units for this one, unity or simply unitless we call it is. So okay ma, is it clear? All of you? So the next important topic is here. Relation between Kp and Kc. Relation between Kp and Kc. So let's consider the gaseous chemical equilibrium reaction here. A of A, B of B is reversible, C of C, D of D. Is it clear? So where it is Kc and also taken as Kp. Kc means in terms of molar concentration, where Kp means in terms of partial pressures. Okay. So first write Kc expression, this one. Kc is equals molar concentration of C to the power C, am I right? Into molar concentration of D to the power D. Is it clear? So come to the reactant side. So molar concentration of A to the power A, molar concentration B to the power B. This is the first expression with respect to Kc. So come to Kp for the same equation. So where Kp is in terms of partial pressure. So partial pressure of C to the power C, partial pressure of D to the power D. Where it is partial pressure of A to the power A, partial pressure B to the power B. This is Kp. Okay. So we know that already P is equals CRT, where C means concentration. C means concentration, P means pressures. P is equals C into RT. So now partial pressure for PC. PC, partial pressure of PC. So what is the value? What is the term here? C. Keep that term in the bracket. That means concentration of product C. This is product, C means product here. So what is the remaining term here? R into T. This is taken as small a. So come to PD, partial pressure of D. So what is the product term here? D. So now the concentration of D in the square bracket into RT. This is B. Am I right? So come to the remaining terms PA here. PA. What is the term here? A. So concentration of reactant A into RT. This is C. Am I right? So come to last one PB. Partial pressure of B is related to concentration of B into RT. This is D. Now keep this A, B, C, D value in equation 2. Now small a, small b, small c and small d in equation 2. In equation 2. So what we have? Kp is equals, what is the value of Pc? Pc only. Pc. That is molar concentration of C, RT whole power. What is the power here? Power. Here I just write Pc value. Now what is the power? C, as usual it is. Into, what about PD? Molar concentration of D into RT whole power D. Come to here, molar concentration of A into RT whole power A. Am I right? Come to here, molar concentration of D into RT, what is the power? B. Is it clear, ma? So now Kp is equals C to the power C, RT to the power C into RT whole power C, D power D, RT whole power D. Am I right? And here A power A, RT whole power A. And here B power B and RT whole power B. So now Kp is equals, can I write like this? C power C, D power D, A power A, B power B, RT whole power C plus D minus A plus B. Am I right? Here it is RT whole power C plus D minus A plus B. A plus B. So from this one, Kp is equals, what is this value? This becomes Kc, from equation 1, this value becomes Kc. So Kp is equals Kc, RT whole power, what about this one? Delta N, am I right? So finally, Kp is equals Kc, RT whole power, delta N, am I right? So what is the relation between Kp and Kc? Kp equals Kc, RT whole power, delta N. Therefore, the relation between Kp and Kc, Kp equals Kc RT whole power delta N. Okay. So very important equation. So regarding this, we have some expressions. Later we will discuss on tomorrow. Okay. Okay, students, have a nice day. We will meet again on tomorrow.